Once upon a time, in the vast rolling plains of Australia, there lived a group of soldiers stationed in a small rural town. These soldiers were tough and disciplined, trained to face any challenge that came their way. Little did they know, their greatest challenge wouldn't come from enemy forces, but from an unexpected adversary, the emus. Now you might be wondering, what's so threatening about a bunch of emus? Well, these weren't your ordinary run-of-the-mill birds. These emus were notorious troublemakers, causing chaos wherever they went. They had a knack for finding trouble and making life difficult for the local farmers. The soldiers first became aware of the emu problem when reports started flooding in from nearby farms. Crops were being destroyed, fences trampled, and chaos ensued wherever the emus roamed. The farmers were at their wits' end, unable to protect their livelihoods from these feathery fiends. Determined to restore order and help their fellow townsfolk, the soldiers decided to take matters into their own hands. With their military training and arsenal of weapons, they were confident they could rid the area of the troublesome emus once and for all. Armed with rifles and a sense of purpose, the soldiers set out on their mission, marching across the dusty plains in search of their elusive targets. But little did they know, the emus were not about to go down without a fight. As the soldiers approached the fields where the emus were wreaking havoc, they were met with an unexpected sight. Instead of the usual orderly formation, the emus scattered in all directions, zigzagging through the fields with lightning speed. Undeterred, the soldiers took aim and fired, but the emus were too quick, dodging the bullets with ease. It was like trying to catch the wind with a butterfly net, an exercise in futility. Refusing to admit defeat, the soldiers devised a new plan. They would use their trucks to chase down the emus, herding them into a confined space where they could be easily captured. It sounded like a solid plan in theory, but as they soon discovered, executing it was another matter entirely. The emus proved to be formidable opponents, outmaneuvering the trucks at every turn. They darted and dashed across the landscape, leading the soldiers on a wild goose, or rather emu, chase that seemed to have no end. Despite their best efforts, the soldiers found themselves in a hilariously futile situation, chasing after birds with their heavy-duty trucks and military-grade weapons. It was a scene straight out of a slapstick comedy, with the emus playing the role of the mischievous pranksters and the soldiers, the hapless victims of their antics. But amidst the chaos and laughter, there was a valuable lesson to be learned. The soldiers realized that sometimes brute force isn't enough to overcome the challenges we face. Sometimes we have to approach problems with creativity, ingenuity, and maybe even a touch of humor. In the end, the soldiers may not have won the battle against the emus, but they gained a newfound respect for the resilience and resourcefulness of nature. And as they returned to their barracks, bruised but not broken, they knew that they would always be ready to face whatever challenges came their way, whether they be feathered or otherwise. Comment down which historical incident you want us to cover next if you like this video. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated.